You're not stuck. You're simply tuned to an outdated frequency. Right now, you're existing inside one version of reality. But surrounding you, like invisible threads humming with potential, are infinite timelines, each vibrating with distinct possibilities, outcomes, and identities you could step into. They're not fantasies. They're not abstract metaphors. They are very real, and they're waiting for you to align with them. So the question isn't, how do I get out of this timeline? It's, why do I keep energizing it? Let's begin here. Every day, most people unconsciously reboot the same energetic program. They wake up and plug right back into emotional autopilot. Same reactive thoughts, same nervous system responses, same expectations. They want something different. Yet everything in their internal state continues to broadcast the same outdated frequency. And in the quantum field, you don't attract what you want. You attract what you signal. So you can say all the affirmations in the world. You can fill notebooks with vision boards. You can script your desires down to the last detail. But if your nervous system is still wired for survival, still calibrated to fear, scarcity, or self-doubt, then your frequency is anchoring you to the timeline you're trying to escape. This is where people get stuck. Not because they aren't trying, but because they're trying from the wrong level of self. Manifestation isn't about intensity. It's about integrity of signal. Alignment is not an intellectual idea. It's a biological, neurological, and energetic state of coherence. Quantum physics confirms what mystics have long known. All potential realities exist simultaneously in the field of infinite probability. You're not building a new self from scratch. You're tuning your system to the version of you that already exists, in a timeline vibrating at a different frequency. One where you're already free, already abundant, already at peace. So what's the key? Coherence. When your thoughts, emotions, and physical state are saying the same thing, the quantum field listens. But if you say, I am abundant, while your body is in contraction, bracing for the next bill or setback, you're sending a scrambled signal. That incoherence doesn't create change. It reinforces the loop. Likewise, if you're visualizing love but internally armored against intimacy, your field broadcasts isolation, not connection. The field always mirrors the dominant frequency, not the loudest thought. And for most of us, the dominant frequency isn't conscious. It lives in the 95% of the subconscious mind that's running old protective programs, outdated identities, and ancestral beliefs. So if you want to shift timelines, stop asking, what should I do? Start asking, who am I being? If you keep showing up like someone waiting for life to change, your frequency remains one of waiting. But if you begin to embody the version of you who already lives inside that new timeline, your posture, your energy, your habits begin to shift. And that shift isn't spiritual fluff. It's neuroplasticity. It's quantum collapse. It's physiology aligning with potential. Here's how to ground that into your real human life. If you're aligning with abundance, spend money from a place of calm, not contraction. Speak as though you already live in sufficiency. Pause when scarcity patterns rise and breathe through them. If you're calling in love, allow your shoulders to relax. Let your voice soften. Choose openness over protection. Tiny acts of vulnerability recalibrate your field. If you're focused on healing, treat your body with present moment trust. Move it gently. Feed it lovingly. Rest without guilt, as if restoration is sacred, not earned. These are not spiritual hacks. They're micro signals that tell the field, this is who I am now. And here's what most people miss. You don't have to do this perfectly. You will fall back into old patterns. That's okay. The power isn't in perfection. It's in your return. Every time you notice the loop. And choose again. Every time you realign your energy before the world gives you a reason to. You reinforce the new timeline. Because in the quantum field, resonance beats effort. Your job is not to push. Your job is to stop feeding the old frequency. You do that by withdrawing your emotional energy, your attention, your stories, your reactions, from the timeline you're ready to leave behind. Nikola Tesla said, if you want to understand the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. That wasn't a metaphor. It was the formula. So ask yourself, where are you still vibrating in anxiety while declaring peace? Where are you seeking expansion but emotionally bracing for disappointment? Where are you asking for change but expecting sameness? These contradictions aren't faults. They're clues. Because once your internal system, mind, heart, body, and breath, come into coherence, the field responds immediately. Not after a 40-day ritual. Not once you've earned it. But now. So before you go, here's a practical invitation. Choose one act today that belongs to the version of you who's already in the timeline you desire. Maybe it's a posture, a breath before a decision, a softer tone in conversation, a moment of silence instead of reaction. Don't wait for the world to confirm the shift. Confirm it with your own signal. Because quantum shift doesn't happen to you. It happens through you. So I'll ask you this. Are you still broadcasting the past? Or are you finally ready to tune in to the version of reality that's been waiting for you all along? The field is listening.